Welcome back to the channel, as today we introduce the start of our College Football 26 Dynasty as the ECU Pirates, where we take over for a team that has had a little bit of an up and down last decade, where for the longest time they were under 500, but then found themselves some success in the 2021 and 2022 seasons, with bowl games where sadly one of them was canceled due to COVID restrictions, but then returned in 2022 to win versus Coastal Carolina in the Birmingham Bowl. Following a string of good seasons, they fell off completely in 2023, finishing 2-10, where they lost Shavon Ravel to injury and struggled in the transfer portal, losing some key players while not really replacing them in the same process. They also overall had coaching issues, which were a huge problem, and that led to them firing head coach Mike Houston in early 2024, where they started the season off 3-4, and then they end up hiring Blake Harrell to take over, and he ended up turning the season around, getting him to a bowl game and winning it. However, with that success, he was able to move on, and again, ECU needed a brand new head coach. That's where we come in and try to build off of what came a season before us and try to turn them into a powerhouse. Welcome to ECU Dynasty. Of course, again, welcome to Pirates Dynasty. There's one thing we need to get out of the way before we start this thing up. If you've been on the channel before, you probably already know these things, but I'm not the biggest college ball knower. I'll be honest. I'm not even the biggest dynasty mode knower. So there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be a lot of suggestions I'm going to need from you and take from you guys to make this series as good as possible. I think we're going to have a ton of fun. And of course, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below, which of course, while you're down there, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If we get 500 likes, we will do episode 2 tomorrow. I think the plan for this one is, of course, get familiar with the team, do the long early recruiting process, and try to get through at least 2 games. We're going to start with 8-minute quarters. Maybe that changes up or down. Kind of depends on what you guys think. But again, I need all the feedback in the world. Love communicating with you guys. It's been so much fun. Of course, the birthday wishes, all of the support on College Football's 26 already has been amazing. Enough of the yap, though. Let's get into this dynasty rebuild. And of course, we already get to my first error of this dynasty, I imagine, when I choose the wrong type of backstory. Now, I've always been kind of a recruiter type, because obviously you can't really have a good program, if you will, without having good players. I don't care how good your coaching is. If your players suck, you're kind of cooked. But obviously good coaches can build up those players. So maybe you want a guy that's a motivator. Maybe you're just a schemer. You're going to just get guys open even if you don't have the best receivers. Personally, though, I am a recruiter. That's what I'm going to be going for. Again, I apologize for the sell already. Introducing the brand new head coach, Frankie Dingler. Defensive playbook is going to be a 4-2-5. I was going to go with a 4-3, but I personally just think you need that speed from the DBs in college ball. So we're going to go with the 4-2-5. Offensive playbook, I still haven't fully decided yet. This is what we're going to be sitting on, but this is pretty much how we're going to be entering Season 1 of this dynasty. We're now in, and of course you could see the history, which, you know, not so... Wow, I could actually go back. I don't know why I thought you couldn't go back further. But yeah, the last decade, like we talked about, a little up and down, but mainly down. You know, you start the that 10 year, the 10th, 11th year there with some wins, you know, 8-5, 10-3, 8-5, and then just a bunch of losses. 21, 22 is not bad, obviously, and then 23, oof. Start at 24, somewhat oof, good finish, and we're going to try to build on that. We're going to try to make this, you know, a nice half-decade to decade stretch, and I think, of course, Frankie Dingler is going to be the guy to try and bring that to the table. You get a 3-year contract, assume we don't decide to move on, which we shouldn't. Trying to make this a powerhouse after all. I think we have plenty of ample time to prove ourselves. Now, of course, before we go into the scouting, you know, the recruiting, if you will, we are going to be going into the depth chart, the rosters, if you will. Going to see what the team looks like. I have honestly no idea. Like I said, pretty much a novice when it comes to college ball. So there's like maybe 30 names I know, and none of those 30 are going to be here. I am pretty certain of it. Like the best player in school history is what, Chris Johnson? Like that's cool. Yeah, but meh. But of course, quarterback. on our 80 or 71 overall team is going to be Caton Hauser, a junior with 79 overall, 78 speed, 92 throw power, and some pretty good accuracies. Not a terrible looking quarterback at all. Then you look at the running back, who's a sophomore, looking really good, London Montgomery. I don't know why I said Montgomery with the, also should be looking at these dev traits. Impact dev trait, which I'm pretty sure is like kind of mid-tier. 92 speed, 94 excel. Basically have another Chris Johnson here. Definitely not of that caliber, but and then a really fast junior as well, which we can definitely get those two going, 1 and 2. As far as our wide receivers go, you get a really good wide receiver 1 named Anthony Smith. Unfortunately, though, he is a senior. Then, of course, you have Petaway, who's a junior. Sophomore, Yannick Smith. Very tall, not super fast. Kind of a weird number 3 receiver for this team. Tight end, looks like a couple of blocking guys, especially O'Brien, who, yeah, I'm not sure I feel too comfortable about the tight ends. Look at the tackle, 75 overall. Left guard's a 74. Center's really low at 68. Was that a senior? Oh my God. Red shirt, to be fair. So what do you get, an extra year out of him? Again, I might not know what I'm talking about at times. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not stop backseat driving. Please, if you can get the steering wheel in the backseat with you, let me know. I'll put my hands off the wheel. I'm good. We're good to go. Of course, Edge, if you even want to call him that, at 73 speed. JD Lampley, very good power move, to be fair. Block shed's a little iffy, but once again, a senior. You do have a junior, though, behind him. A little bit more prototypical size and speed. 6'5", 81 speed. You're not the same type of player. Worse in the block shed for sure, but decent finesse. Definitely a guy you want to get rotationally in there. Also a red shirt, so again, assuming I'm correct, that's basically an extra year, right? As far as the other side of the edge, again, another senior, not the best of overall. DT, not great either. Really low overalls there. Left outside linebacker, he's actually, we're playing him out of position. DJ Johnson Jr., who, not the fastest, I'll be honest with you. Half tempted to just use this guy, Merrill, because he's just faster. And then, of course, you have just a lack of speed at linebacker, unfortunately. Don't know how that's going to help us or play a factor. Some older corners for the most part, but, they're okay. Just, again, lacking in speed. I worry about them. Free safety's great. Strong safety's all right. Could even start Duncanson, which is actually a really cool name. Physical is what I'm going to do when we lose the first game by 50. Senior kicker, Andrew Conrad. If I remember correctly, scouting and recruiting kickers was a problem, especially with this really low kick power punter. That's the kind of stuff you see. So going to try to scout ourselves a decent punter. Don't know how the transfer portal works with punters and kickers, but I can't imagine there's a lot of that going on, right? I imagine for a kicker/punter, there's not really much differentiation between the conferences because, I mean, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think there's a crazy size difference on the field, right? But of course, let's start our recruiting. Of course, this is going to be a little bit of a beefier process, so I do apologize. But of course, you can see a lot of issues coming up here. A lot of red. And as a smaller school, I mean, realistically, unless they somehow have a huge interest in us, it's going to be a lot of 3 stars and below. A lot of 3 stars. Try to develop them slowly over time. This is going to be the biggest challenge of my freaking YouTube career. I have, mainly played Madden franchises where, you could be the worst team in the league, draft a guy, and they have to play for you for 4 years. In this, we don't reach their playing styles. We don't reach their, goals. They enter the transfer portal, and it's a GG. So this could be a challenge. Again, I hope you guys are up for it like me. 500 likes. We'll have episode 2 tomorrow. And again, any suggestions are welcome. Do have a couple of guys here. Again, scouting is going to be a problem itself. I know this is like kind of recruiting scouting, but the actual scouting of their ratings to see if they're worth pursuing or not, I always struggle with that. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to decide who I should spend time on. But to start it out, because everyone looks the same technically, we're going to be looking at... also, I'm not going JUCO. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. But we're going to be looking at the guys that are just kind of at the top of our board here. That want us, which, 3-star is 3-star after all. You're not going to be getting those big name schools. So it makes sense that, we would actually be of interest to them. Backfield creator, that might be worth putting him on the list. I can't lie. I would like an athletic guy to just be able to come in if we decide we're struggling. Of course, we have 3 quarterbacks on our list right now, which is probably not the best way to go about it. When you see all of that red, we're probably going to have to pull some of those guys off. Of course, star rating. Again, there's not going to be many crazy stars here just yet. And in general, ones that are actually like, well, I guess not even really. They are here. It's just top prospects. What's the odds of them coming to us? It's basically going to be none. They've already we're cut off. It's GG. It's just not going to happen. The deal breakers are there, and it's not surprising. Just going to follow the recommended. Again, if that's the wrong thing to do, I am supposed to go to top prospects. Let me know. Again, massive novice. I apologize. We have a need of what? We need a C-. We have a C. So, what? Oh, need is in need what we need. I don't know why that threw me off. But a lot of these guys, especially the running back position, we are definitely going to be needing to fight our way into their top schools list. I would imagine the lower they are on the left side of that bar, the better off we are to getting them. Running back seems like a decent position for us, though, assuming we don't lose some guys to the transfer portal. So I'm going to be chill with it. They say we need 2. I'm going to agree that we only need 2. Wide receiver, it says we don't need any, but that's just roster, minimums. That's not talent. Based on pure talent, yeah, I think we need some guys. I'm going to be real with you. Gritty possession speedster. I mean, if they're a speedster, they're making my list. 4 wide receivers. Do we think that's a smart idea with all these needs? Probably not. Again, tight end, vertical threat. The guy's super underweight. I don't know if that's just a thing in college, but 6'6", 207. That's very underweight. We'll put these 2 guys on just because they're vertical threats. I kind of like what they could bring to the table. Tackles, we need 2. You know what? I'm just going to put these guys on my board, and then when we actually start officially scouting them, that's when we'll come back in. Again, I apologize if there's some inefficiency, but we'll get the hang of it. Trust me. We're going to commit to it. We are going to get the hang of it. Don't worry. That is absolute cope, by the way. We're not getting the hang of anything. Also, when it says the different archetypes, when it says signal caller, is that basically slow as F? Is that what that's telling me? Hey, this guy's slow as hell. A thumper and lurker, I guess, would make kind of more sense, right? We don't have that kind of room, though. We need those 4 slots. And it says we don't have targets for kicker punter, but do we not? I didn't see the kicker was a red shirt, so are we not going to need to start him, immediately? We need someone new. But yeah, we got our board basically set. Hybrid is probably, especially not JUCO. Yeah, wow, is there no safeties at all, or what are we looking at? Wow, not a single safety. Can I not just grab a... Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, we have our 35. When the hell did we have 35? Did I miscount? I must have. Well, it looks like one of the quarterbacks is going. I don't really want to lose that guy with the speed, but you kind of have to. All right, that's kind of have to. I was wondering, all the safeties are already gone? That's crazy. Box specialists? Sure. Well, those are our lists. Let's get to the actual recruiting board now, which, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you throw a scholarship at all of them, right? That's how you kind of start this thing. A lot of, as C4 has told me, mid-maxing, if you will. So, trying to maximize your potential by changing things ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. It's oh, you got a full house? That's good. That's send the house. That's, it's good. But now you can do the hard sell. It's a little bit less points. You get a little bit more into it. So it's not significant, but the slight little upgrades here and there, they add up to the difference between landing a guy and not landing a guy. I love how I'm telling you guys something you guys know way more than I do about. I mean, I imagine some of you guys are novices like I am, which welcome to the club. But yeah, we're learning. I think, overall, last year we did some Raging Cajuns. And I think we recruited pretty well. It's just, we didn't see it to fruition. We had some pretty good players. I think we even landed a 5-star. Got a couple of 4-stars with a pretty low school right out the gate. So, I mean, I think we did all right for ourselves, not going to lie. But I have heard some things about the transfer portal that don't make me feel so good. I'm worried that the little bit of talent, especially at running back that we have, is going to be on its way out. Of course, quarterback, not exactly a need, right? I think we do have our guys at junior. We could keep him around. 85 throw power. Is that something you can deal with? I don't know if that is or not. 84? Oh, my Lord. What about wide receiver? Scout this guy. Okay, speed looks to be okay. I lied, 83. Again, I don't know if that's good or not. Oh, we got the speed out the gate. This guy's actually considered a speedster, which is 86. Hello? Am I missing something here? Like, is this just how it is? I get it. Right? They always say the NFL level, the speed is crazy. Everything's so much faster. More of a reaction time than pure, like, actual athletic speed they're usually talking about, but still. As far as edge rushers go, there's going to be a lot of athleticism concerns, but most of them are going to have at least one decent kind of like move, right? Like, let's see what he's got here. Let's fully scout this guy. We see a gem. He is an edge setter with 0 pass rush ability, but he's a very good block shedder. A gem, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I imagine he's a guy that's going to fall off the radar on a lot of teams, but he's going to have a lot of value. You can see here, guy, 72 power move, that's good. That gem still concerns me, though. I don't really think he's as good as it's saying he is. Corner as well. I mean, you're going to need some guys with some speed. I'm not going to scout him any further. That guy's got speed. Don't know what overall he's going to be, but there's that. I'm probably already selling. It's probably like, no, you're supposed to save those points for this, that, and the other thing. Should have scouted this other guy more. I don't care. All right, we are what we are. We're here. This guy's okay, but this guy, even though that throw power is concerning, scout him further. Wait, what does that mean? I haven't fully scouted, but they didn't tell me if he was a gem or not. Is it supposed to happen? But this guy, even though he's kind of mid with that throw power, very good accuracies, so he's got to be at least okay. Again, a lot of you guys might be able to look at this and be like, okay, this guy's like a 67 overall. He's garbage. Whereas I'm like, those accuracies are good. This could be like a 72. We'll have to get more knowledge as we go on. Anyone else that we got really close to scouting that we could just finish the job on now? Again, we literally are starting from a position where you can almost replace the entire roster, so it's okay. I'm going to be just recruiting all these guys. But yeah, that's going to be our first set on the recruiting board. The thing is, you don't play any games right away, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, why are they saying I have to recruit more? It's because I have 5 points. The hell am I supposed to do with 5 points, buddy? But yeah, let's exit. Let's go on to the next week, which we didn't do custom schedules or anything like that, but we should. Oh, you know what? Why didn't I do our coaching stuff? It's probably not going to matter too much because you pretty much have to like recruit one at a time. O-line's a pretty big problem. I think O-line first. Like, cool. I didn't even scout any linemen, so it doesn't really change anything. But let's go on to the next week and see what our next item on the itinerary is. Which, of course, is a bunch of guys reaching their top schools and whatnot. Do we have deal breakers here? I really didn't pay attention to that. Our championship contenderness is garbage, which means that our running back, as I suspected, is a risk of transfer. Bunch of guys like that, but it's early on. We could start off strong. Who the hell knows? More recruiting, of course. Don't have crazy hours, 400, because we're, a new coach and we're in a small school. But we should be able to at least pick up a couple of things here. We're the number 1 for this quarterback. Of course, again, these guys are 3-star. So it makes sense that, it doesn't take much for us to, seal the deal. So we'll throw some numbers on there, but overall, the lower end guys like this, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Speed. I do want to at least get one new running back just in case we do lose everybody. This guy is supposedly, a decent looking player. What's that catching? It's a 69 catching, 79 catching traffic. Really good route running, just suspect hands to say the least. What about the rest of this guy? Catching. This guy's slow, but he is good. He's got some ratings to him, so we'll throw him on there. Don't need that many wide receivers. Again, didn't really get to scout much for these linemen, but you just got to take a chance. Just a lot of question marks. We need many linemen, so we are going to put them on the board. This is the one I actually like. No, I didn't scout this guy further. What was the one edge rusher I actually liked? Was it Bird? It might have been Bird. Or maybe it was Kiki. Who was it? Where's the damn scouting? Was it this guy? Speed rusher? No, this guy we just scouted. It was this guy. This is the guy. Why didn't you say so? Scouted this guy a little bit more. Power move. Power move seems to be decent, right? Oh my god, I'm scouting so much on this guy. 76 power move, 89 strength. This guy looks good. Let's send the friends and family a text. We're right outside the house. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you there. I know it's 3 a.m., but I was wondering if you'd let me in. Let's take a look at linebackers now. Again, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to just kind of throw something on all of them. I think you kind of just, throw a little bit of time, throw a little bit of hours on all of them that you want. And then as things kind of narrow down, you're kind of happy with it, right? It's just you don't get that many hours. So, like, how do I manage all this? I don't freaking know. Speed looking very vague. A lot of these guys, we are pretty high on the list. Again, 3 stars. I mean, there's other teams that are just like us that need these 3 stars too. So it's not like we're just guaranteed to get them. But I think we're doing okay for ourselves so far. I think. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could be deadly wrong. But for now, I like it. I like it a lot. Use the last one there. Probably should have scouted a little bit more for the tight ends. That's a pretty big concern, actually. As we now head on to the next week. Can't remember when you start playing. It might be right here, actually. Like already. Got a bunch of guys reaching their top schools. We're the 2nd right now. Please, I'm in the middle of recruiting here, sort of. We're in the cutoff. Uh-oh, we got to get going. We're in the top 5. We're at the top 5 for a lot of these guys, but we're at the cutoff, so we're definitely going to have to advance ourselves a little bit on some of these. Of course, we do have that first game like we talked about. We're going to do a little bit more recruiting and then hop into game 1 of 2 for the episode. Again, I'm not exactly sure the long-term what we're going to do timing-wise. Are we going to do 5-minute quarters, do 4 games an episode? We can do 6-minute quarters, 3 or 4 games an episode. We can do 8 minutes and do 2 to 3 or maybe even 4. Not 100% sure. Don't want the videos to be too long. I think, the 2 to 4 game range is not a bad spot. And I'm not sure about the quarter length. I don't want the stats to be too crazy. A lot of times I see suggestions of 10 or 11 minutes on, games like this or Madden. And I'm like, brother, I get those kind of stats in 1.5 quarters length. My games will be 1,000 yards a game. I can't do that. But of course, for our scouting, trying to get into the top 8, and we just have not. Do we even know much about this guy? We know that his speed in theory is decent. Oh, it's actually really high. So I don't know if I want to send the house, but I think I'm going to, just to keep ourselves in the potential. So far, these wide receivers looking pretty good. We're in range. Of course, another school gave him a scholarship, and he's already pretty damn locked in on them. Speed, I can't really tell if it's good or not. That speed looks pretty good. I think I'd want to invest more in Jaden Jefferson if I was only going to get one of them. Problem is these recruiting hours are so bad. Again, we can take some hours off of somebody that we think, like Bird. I don't need these hours on him. So if somebody else needs them just for us to get, stay in the top 5, top 3 if needed, we will pull some off. Right now, though, we're looking all right, I think. Right now, I think we're managing. Right? I think we're managing. Okay, if we want Moeller, we're going to have to get going, though. So Redmond and Moeller, we need some more points for. I also really, really should get a kicker going here. I worry for us. They're going to schedule a visit. Wait, it doesn't show. Wait, they don't even care. He's like, I don't give a crap. They're a garbage team. I don't think we're going to make it to week 5. I think his recruiting cycle. I got to also learn the recruiting cycles and all that. I think he's going to be gone by then. Can I sway? I can hard sell. But I know nothing, and our facilities suck. Oh, Lord. How am I supposed to do this? We have, playing time and proximity to home. That's all we've got. That's tough. And I don't even know if he cares. I don't know if I like this. I'm going to do it. Why not? Get a 3 on that. We use up, all of our hours for that, by the way. Moeller, we can take this off and do friends and family. Is that enough? I don't know. Quals. I mean, we're in the top, like, you know, recruiting. We're good enough to make the next cycle in theory, assuming that, you know, there's not like a bunch of teams that push hard on these guys for pretty much all of them. Oh, these tight ends, though. We didn't get the tight end, Jefferson. We got to get some more points. I know, we jumped it. It's just, it didn't change. I don't think you can instant feedback, right? It's like, you have to wait a week to see, because otherwise you could just constantly change it until you finally get the result you want. But yeah, that's going to be that for now. I don't think we're changing up the roster, to my knowledge. I think I liked what I seen. So we're just going to hop right on in to game one, which is against a rival, NC State. We are, in fact, taking on an 82 overall rival here to start out the dynasty. Did, of course, take a peek at our helmet, and man, that's not what I meant at all. That is what she said. And man, is it shiny. It's polished. That helmet is absolutely polished. Hopefully you can see our helmet. What the hell? Again, there's going to be some things that I see and experience with you guys for the first time ever, and it's going to be glorious. I don't know what that was. I genuinely don't know what I just seen. I can't tell if I'm aroused. But anyways, of course, look at those helmets, dude. Looking like the Joker's Lambo in... I can't believe I just said Lambo out loud. Ugh. I always say Lamborghini. Was it Suicide Squad? Wow, what a garbage movie. Of course, we're going to be kicking nothing off. We're going to be getting the ball first to start this thing. And their kicker is built like a tank. Who is that guy? As again, Johnson on the return. I am going to need some time to learn some names. Of course, this dynasty will be on Heisman. I forgot that's us as the coach. Of course, looking at the last meeting. Yeah, I mean, a pretty big meeting, some would say. Also, how do you do the... See, I really like that. This is nice. That is really nice. As we're going to run the ball to start out, and we end up falling forward for a gain of 4. Stadium Pulse on the road here in this rivalry game is ranked 21st, which is actually pretty impressive. And, of course, he's taken a little while to reveal his position, I believe, due to that stadium rank, unfortunately. I mean, can I even see what's going on? I don't know. Of course, star receiver Smith, anyone but him would be stupid to throw to. Yes, should not have lobbed that or touch pass that. Kind of our bad, but also, please catch it next time. What are we doing? I also really hope they don't have that bug they did before where if you jumped ahead, it would literally freeze out the game. Don't think so, though. As you're going to run to start this thing off. And, man, our linebackers, like we suspected, they move around like they are jogging. Start this one out as well. We also have our wear and tear down 10%. Just, I've seen some things. Nice slant to gain 10. It's now 3rd and 2. Riddle me this. In the hook. All the time in the world to throw, and they find their star receiver to the 39-yard line. C.J. Bailey, big gainer there. That I really thought we were going to close in and get that sack. We came close and just couldn't finish the job. Past midfield. Huge play there, but tricked by the motion. The play action, and that will be yet another first down. Really worry about man coverage as we're just not an athletic team in the slightest. So not sure how much man we're going to be actually running here as we try to get a hit. Can't. And their running back, Smothers, gets 6. Sitting in dime. Got to get those DBs in. We're so slow. Our DBs are basically linebackers. As a nice quick throw, but we actually are all over it. A gain of nothing. 3rd and 4 now. Again, this is following a failed drive on our behalf. And over the middle, he's going to take that chance. And off the fingertips. Not going to be a completion. Our cornerback, I mean, he was on it, didn't reach out, thankfully could not corral it. That could have absolutely been a touchdown. We got, honestly, lucky there. And the field goal is up and good. All-State stands. Are you in good hands? You think we're ever going to get to that point where, like, you know, YouTubers and just anything and at all, just mid-content, literally like mid-sentence, start doing stuff like that? That's definitely some, like, Black Mirror nonsense. I haven't watched the newest season. Okay, I can't see what the hell we're doing. It's a good play. RPO, huge gainer. Smith, not the fastest man in the world, but man, is he elusive to the 49-yard line. That's a first down. Again, beautiful helmets. Just, I could look at these men's helmets all day long. And then, of course, the pirate. Get the pulling guard on this handoff. Really good block set. Finds some room. Nice little stiff arm. Gains about 16 or so on the play. London Montgomery making you think, who's Smothers? What does that mean? Potential blitz. Got the quick out. Wow, that is not athletic, but he breaks the tackle. What a beat. Juke move doesn't quite work, but gets to the 11. All right, okay. Maybe put some respect on the guy's name. Didn't expect him to be great. I like that celebration move, by the way. And then, of course, the Pirate back out on the field. We're going to try to be real smooth and cute with it at times, where we run some college-y plays, if you will. Don't know if a sweep is really a college-y play, but a huge run to the outside. Smith down to the 1. I mean, another guy that just does not look like he's moving fast, but he's making some strides there. Montgomery, obviously Hauser's played a little bit more of a factor in this drive, but Montgomery's been decent too. Tries to truck his way in, try to reach for the end zone, couldn't do it. Also, if holding right or up on the right analog stick is reach for, what is the truck move? Did they change it? Or is it, oh my God. Loss of 4 with no blocking in sight, but also reaching the start of the second quarter. Again, that is an interesting mascot. Also, just question, maybe you guys know, maybe you're a fan of the real life Pirates. Is it actually a female under that or not? I need to know desperately. I'm down bad, man. Furry confirmed. Also, I thought that helmet over there, I thought that was just his head. I really did. All right, quick look. I mean, there's really no one open. It's a good throw and not caught. Just too tough of a catch. We will, in theory at least, tie this thing up with a field goal. Oh, my God. Michael J. Fox, kick meter, please. Are we good? I mean, it's pretty, easy of a kick. I don't know why we have the all-white kick bar. That's interesting. Casino blitz. I don't know about that. I think even base man, we're in jeopardy of giving up a big play. Oh, my Lord. Well, on cue, past midfield. Quarterback has missed one throw so far, and that one throw was a certified dot just off the fingertips of the receiver. Not even a bad throw, just bad catch. Now that one, though, however, I will admit, was probably a pretty bad throw. Could have let him upfield instead of leading him out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Play the D-line. Quick throw. A little hitch. Gains 5. Their kicker getting fired up to potentially kick another one through. We're going to be bringing the blitz. I know I said man coverage is concerning. Switch to the wrong guy on an analog switch while trying to move down, and yeah, that's freebie. A couple of linebackers in. Again, lack of athleticism holding us back a bit here. That press didn't really work at the slant, and you got to keep that open. As we're going to miss the hit stick twice. We're still missing, but that's going to send him back for a loss of 1. Us being bad at tackling actually really helped us there. But yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Ooh, Lord. Riddle's also a lot faster than I would have thought. Uh-oh, quick throw to the outside. Great pick up there. Gains only 2. Yeah, but I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do there. Leave the slant wide open. I think we made the right call, which, of course, right now seemingly is. Over the middle. Knew that's where he's going to go. It's going to be short. No, they're going to give him credit for the first down. Our guys, man. If this quarterback makes the right reads, he's going to beat us all day long. We just don't have the facilities to actually cover him. Oh, my Lord. He actually throws it. Huge hit, fumble, recovered. And am I just unaware of the rules? Or did we just get scammed? Are we not allowed to recover that for a touchdown? What just happened? Are they going to say we got... I don't know. How can you be touched down before he even possessed the ball? Either way, what a hit. What an absolute walloping. And of course, running back, the guy that I believe they were talking about, is in jeopardy of leaving the school through the transfer portal. Of course, our best player so far, it seemingly is. Here's the tight end to the outside. Oh, he actually has a little bit of acceleration after the catch. Beautiful play for the first down. This is what I like to call a pleasant surprise. They're really down here. I don't know if that slot is looking slotly. And it won't matter. Did we just false start without even, like... Is it just too many audibles, maybe? I was about to bend over the seam. We got to hurry up. Holy crap, barely getting this one off. Quick throw, in trouble, blasted. Going through the whole damn playbook like it's practice. We do need to get back to the ground game, but it's probably a little late for that. Man, this crowd. You know how late it is? You know how late at night it is? Go to bed. Bunch of delinquents. You have to just take the running back. No one else is really open. It's a good throw. It's going to set something up here on 3rd and 7. 2-minute warning. Do we believe in a screen pass? That's all I ask. Do we? We do. Sort of. There goes Montgomery. Stiff arm for about 10. Huge conversion is, of course, not only is it going to continue our drive, giving us a chance to score, but obviously they don't have the 2-minute drive themselves now. Good little RPO again, which has actually been our bread and butter. Smith, who literally is the slowest man on campus. Big gainer down to the 16. Hauser, how's you doing? I will try to refrain as much as possible from making a how's you doing joke set with this guy's name. It's not really something I planned on doing, but I did say it, didn't I? Montgomery, look at the speed! Montgomery down to the 2. Huge play. I would like to try and actually get stopped here once, but at the same time, they've stopped us plenty of times without needing to try. So if we can get in the end zone, we're obviously going to. I don't know if I necessarily... Oh, they're smart. They called timeout. I don't know if I necessarily loved our cutback there. I'll be real. We're going to go with some drags. See if anything gets open. Montgomery could be our guy. Oh, my God. We just got... Oh, please catch him. Oh, no way. The bump was diabolical. And that's going to be a 100-yard pick six. The bump was diabolical, man. Brian Nelson, 98-yard pick six. That is insanely unfortunate. Our own players bumped each other and anticipating a touchdown. We got it. It's just unfortunately coming in form of a defensive one for our division rival. Or is it conference rivals, I'm supposed to say? I don't know. I just got here. I just throw interceptions. Okay, that's all I know. Little whip out. Kind of our decision. That's not a great one. We'll dump it off. It's not going to lead to much. It just takes so long. We get 3 yards, though. It's a whole 3 yards I, for a moment, was not expecting. Get the post. I don't know if this tight end has that kind of speed. That's a pretty good throw. And intercepted off the deflection. Goes NC State again for another pick six, potentially. Oh my. Things have turned. I knew when I threw it there was potential that we would throw a pick. But I felt pretty good about it. I don't know. I felt pretty good about it. Pretty good coverage, speaking of. And there's nobody on the running back. Good hit. Knocks him out of bounds to the 16. That is so tough, dude. We were looking at 10-3. You know, 10-3 at half maybe. And instead, we're looking at worst, at best, I should say, 13-10. That's tough. That's tough. That's ball, though. And they get ball at half, speaking of, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a fun one. We pass him off. He's in trouble. We're on him. Oh, he's too quick. Yo! He's like twice the size of our players, yet twice the speed as well. Oh, my Lord. Of course, they will end up having to kick a field goal anyways, it seems. But damn, son. Okay, at least it didn't turn into a touchdown. It very well could have. 13-10 at half. I mean, our defense at least has shown they can get some stops. They can make some plays. Actually, they haven't really shown they can get any stops, have they? Right? I think the most we've seen was just field goals, which is not necessarily a great thing. We've gotten 3 points, but yeah, this is a tough one. Those 2 interceptions are gonna haunt us, especially the first one. The second one, you know, probably ill-advised. First one, though, that is just an unfortunate bump. But at halftime, we are down 23-13. Of course, a team that is better than us by like a good 11, 12 overalls, I think it was. Or maybe 10. I don't remember, but it was definitely significant. We have the yards per play. We're playing better on offense, but we're turning the ball over, and that is always going to be a killer for any team. Look at some of the highlights. There's really not much on either side other than that pick six. Their pick six was the one highlight of this game, to be honest, and I believe this is going to be said pick six. Oh, that's tough. That is a tough break. And we will be starting the second half off. Kicking the ball. Do get into the end zone. He's actually going to return this, which is super ill-advised. They're going to be back at their own 11-yard line. That is definitely the definition of trying to do too much. Which, speaking of trying to do too much, we're going to start this one off. I promise you, I kid you not. Oh, thank God that ball's overthrown. I tried 3 times to switch to the referee to put him in position. I kid you not, dude. Bring back the football days of no refs on the field again. Took us so long to get that. I want to revert it. Bring it back. Send it back. I'm just too dumb. I'm too blind. I kid you not, dude. I really tried to move that ref into position. We're in trouble. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do from that point. 38-yard line, massive first down. I get it. We're playing base. Probably should have brought a little bit of pressure there, but doesn't really seem to matter what we bring. We're just severely outmatched. Left side. Oh, bad tackle. Good overall defense, though. I mean, it's really not. We brought a blitz, and we actually penetrated, and we just couldn't finish. Hey, I know what that means, man. Benton. Try to swat. We're dead. A little underneath dump off. Clean tackle. Nice. 3rd and 4. We got to get off the field here. I mean, we've been consistently mid for a while. We're going mid. You know, we've been mid, trying to get off the field on 3rd downs. We're going to use mid to try and get off the field on 3rd down. It's fitting. And it works! No matter what game it is, no matter what year it is, mid blitz, you're going to have a chance. On this difficulty with this team, I have 0 regrets, 0 remorse. I don't care. And here comes a nice little return for Petaway. Little play action. Really haven't run the ball to develop that. It's going to be a nice throw there. Beautiful play. I thought we were going to pick up that block from the tight end. That's fine, though. First down. Feels super bad for Hauser, who really has not made a bad play. 2 interceptions. Obviously, he's going to look pretty bad, though. Try to bounce it back in. Tight end does a good job, even though he gets absolutely pummeled in the process. Didn't necessarily win that route, but still. Smith, he's a pretty good player. See if he can win his one-on-one. Which he doesn't. We're in trouble. That's going to be another interception as we're instantly pressured. And, man, Heisman difficulty, let me tell you. Not a soul in the world open. And in that situation, you're throwing it away. That's grounding. Actually, pretty good coverage here. We dump him for a loss of 3. I mean, yes, the interceptions suck major ass. But this game is still winnable, so just got to keep it together as much as possible. Oh, quick throw to the outside. That is not going to be a good look for us. Oh, they've got a convoy. Don't finish the tackle. Huge spin. First down. Oh, that is a mad loss defensively. A gain of 17 for NC State on 2nd and 13 via a screen of all things. I was about to say I got to worry. Could you stop? I can't fathom what they just even did. It was like a triple option sweep. What even was that? Triple option end around. Yeah, it's too much. Stop it. Oh, and he actually handed off. I thought that was a play action. Good thing for him. We have a little bit of self-control and didn't pummel the quarterback. How would any of the players on our team be in the hot zone, in the heat? Maybe they're like too hot, like they're smoking, like the pressure's too much. You know, it's just too hot in the kitchen. Got to get out. Thought we had him over there. Nice throw to the outside. Just nobody on him. The most garbage linebackers in the history of mankind. It's not looking good, man. Another first down. They're not going to hike it. Full 4th quarter, down 10. Yeah, it's pretty tough to play quarterback when you got a little bit of time to throw it. I mean, I'll say it. Our line has been not bad, actually. Oh, we got tricked again, dude. So much play action, man. But yeah, just There's no one open. There's nobody open, and the throwaway is going to lead to a grounding, and grounding is basically a dead drive anyways. Another quick throw we're not going to get out to on an RPO. Is there actually defense at the college level? Because I really feel like it's just how fast everything's moving. How in the hell do you play defense? Trying to get in there. They get some pretty good blocks. Oh my god, they get great blocks. Great job there to deny the end zone, though. We still have a chance here. I mean, if they get a touchdown, it's pretty much virtually over. Little motion. We're actually going to match that. I knew it. I freaking knew it, dude. All right. A lot of ground to make up. Can we at least make it somewhat respectable? Screen pass to the outside. Good job, Montgomery. That should not even come close to 8 yards gain. The blocking on that play was pretty horrendous. Play action, kind of cancel it, though. I like the lineup, just don't like the play action aspect. And that's just high. Good catch, though. Guy tries to swat it. Like, could you please let me breathe? Let's actually run the ball. I know they got a lot of players that can come in at any point, but I don't like it, actually. We try to reach for it. You're up to the line and get that original play. You can. The hell's that guy doing all the way over there? Little dump off to the running back that will pick up some, not much. 5. Heisman is busted. It's so tough, which I like. I like the challenge. 3rd and 2, inside give. Try to bounce it. We don't even get it. Holy. The challenge is real. Jenkins should be audibling these guys in and out more often. And it's a good throw. Huge play, Smith. He's been the biggest playmaker for us this game. The better, higher overall Smith has also done pretty well, to be fair. Montgomery back in the lineup. Inside handoff. Actually, some pretty good blocking. Gain of a good 12, 13 yards. Problem is, clock is draining. I know we have to speed up. And I know it's probably like such a loser mentality to have. But like, this game is over. Like, this game is truly over. If we can just at least, for morale's sake, start the season off ending the game at a positive note. Because we obviously will not, you know, full start this in a positive note. It's a good throw over the middle. Smith, speaking of, gets all the way down to about the 7-yard line. Wide trap. I've fallen for a few wide traps in my day. Hike it with 1 second remaining, and Montgomery actually picks up a bit. We've been in this situation before, though, where we just can't punch it in from the goal line. I'm not really sure how to rectify it. I definitely do not want to go with any sort of like end around or sweep. Gonna run a stretch to the left, see where we're at. And there you go, finally. Again, if we can at least finish on the positive note, I'm happy. And unfortunately, there was another sim bug. I tried to just sim the extra point because I don't really need to kick an easy extra point. And it simmed the, well, it didn't sim. It got locked in. And I couldn't get us to be able to choose a play like an onside kick, obviously. And we had to let the AI do it, which, of course, they did not complete. I mean, at this point, you would assume it's just going to be all blitzes. Or not all blitzes, but all runs. And, wow, we had to get out there. He's just fighting everybody, by the way. 1 timeout left. Again, if we can just, I mean, even get another field goal. Down 7. It's not really that kind of a game, obviously, but mentally, fans-wise, all that good stuff, it'll look better. It's just a better situation. We definitely got a little crazy with some of those interceptions, and our guys, again, on both sides of the ball now, mind you, and he's breaking every tackle. Okay. Both sides of the ball now, running into each other. These guys spend too much time with each other. Every time they're out on the field, they're like, hey, hug me. Like, they even high five. At least from this angle. Hey, way to go. Simulated the result a little bit here, and we're sitting at the 42-yard line with 3 straight incompletions. Tight end's open. Another high catch. Should be a first down, though. Will give us a first down credit. It's not really going to lead to much, but something. That release, dude. Did you catch that? No. The throw power is quite lackluster, let me tell you. Try to avoid our 4th pick of the game, but we'll see. We'll see. No promises. About to throw it over the middle. Might have gotten picked by number 10. Not enough time to deliver that one. Jenkins now in on the play. They're all over this. Nice slip. Big play. Huge juke move. Got a timeout. Might even call, like, not even call, but attempt a super pathetic field goal. Keep it within 2 possessions, I suppose. And we need to get out of bounds for that, which we cannot do. That's tough. That is tough. I mean, 250 yards, not bad. In field goal, goal line touchdown range multiple times in the red zone. Just too many turnovers, too many interceptions, not enough separation. At least Hinton had himself a freaking game. 2 interceptions to start his season out. Super glad. Super, proud of our rival for doing that. But yeah, definitely not our best first game. But again, this is literally our first game. Like, quite literally. Not just Dynasty. Not just this league. Just the first game in general. Take a look at the stats. How they finished. Don't really care too much about them. They were nearly perfect. 20 to 32. 62% completion percentage. 250 yards. Actually, not bad. It's just those 3 picks. Horrible. Horrible because of them. Rushing, definitely need to get the backup involved more, but Montgomery was actually pretty good. Smith. This is the slower Smith. It says super speedster, but he's obviously not. Not bad. 2 Smiths on this team. Montgomery in the receiving game looking pretty good. And then defensively, just nothing, pressure-wise. Just nothing all game long, unfortunately. Very unfortunate first game of the season as we head on to week number 2. Got a little bit more going on for the recruiting. Please stop. Wow, we've dropped all the way down to a freaking F. Holy crap. Of course, kind of a reason why this matchup wasn't one of the options. Well, it was one of the options. It wasn't one of the options that actually did anything for our visits. Because it's a game that we should win. It is a game that should be very easy. But that doesn't really change much, does it? That is not something that is going to guarantee anything anyways. Running back, we got this guy way up at top right now. Looking good still, I think, for most of the players. Of course, the tight end, we did say we kind of, we want Jefferson a little bit more. So we're going to use our little points we have trying to do that. Thankfully, we still got a lot of guys that are just interested purely on the scholarship alone. We have 10 free points. What do we want to do with them? This guy? Was this the... Again, I don't know this guy, actually. Let's scout him via social media. Which, of course, he already has the DM anyways. And then... Gems, I'm pretty sure aren't like they mean the world. But still, I'd prefer a gem. This guy locks us out if we don't do something about it. So does this guy who we can do 5 for. Conference Legend, it says 3, which isn't great, but... So we did lock in the ones we thought were his 3 interests. It's just our championship contenderness is so bad that it's not going to do much. But yeah, that's our updated scouting, our updated recruiting. Gonna head in at home against the Groupers. They're 48 overall, man. If we lose this, it's cooked. And here we are at home. Unfortunately, it's a rain game. I'm sure that's going to only amplify our skill through the passing game. Through 3 picks last week, I'm sure that'll be 0 now that it's raining. Definitely no chance of it getting worse, obviously. Of course, love the logo out on the field there. Taking on, just a team that barely exists. This is a team that is barely even breathing. Yet... Why do I feel a little worried? That's all I'm going to say. Why do I feel a little worried? 87 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. That drizzle would feel literally like crack cocaine on the skin in that kind of weather. 87. Unbelievable. I can't deal. Once it gets to like 75, I start to melt just a tiny bit. Whereas looking at the impact players of the game, our edge rusher and our wide receiver, Anthony Smith. Their side, didn't get to see it. Fantastic. Of course, I would argue Montgomery is probably a little bit... I think even Hauser is pretty damn good, but I think Montgomery's a little bit better or more important of a weapon for us as we really set that edge there. Loss of 3. Lampley, beautiful play. That's a really good start. Again, I'm not expecting us to win by 50 here, but if we got to at least win. It's unacceptable. Oh, he sold... What a read by the defender there. If he holds onto that ball, that's a massive gainer. I don't know how fast this quarterback is, but if he's even like 82 speed, that might be what we're looking at is a touchdown. Like, it's that open. Of course, this is the kind of talent we're dealing with. Is that a 77 speed running back? Okay. Basically, whatever our recruiting class is right now, if those guys stay, it's probably better than their guys. Did that bounce? Did that... Like, why are we not recovering that? That is one of the craziest bounces I've ever seen in my entire life. We just lost, like, 20 yards of field position. Not going for that ball. Why not? Oh, well, at least we did, in fact, get the ball. We could try to cut it back as nobody's blocking that left guard. Nobody's blocking. All right. 2nd and 9. Take that drag. Can't get it off in time. 3rd and 9 now. There's nothing I like more than losing to a 48 overall team. So let's keep it up. And that's one of our playmakers. Does not break the tackle, but on 4th and 1, we are willing to go for this, of course. Question is the run going to be open? I mean, it looks open enough. I mean, this should be a formation we can get at least 1 yard on. And it will be. Nice follow through with Montgomery for about 6. Fade smash. Montgomery on the kind of leak out potential safety valve. And we're going to take that shot. It's a damn good throw. And Petaway into the end zone. How's you doing? I said I wasn't going to do it. I had to. It's too good not to. What an absolute rocket ship. Strapped that thing in. Unloaded one while getting unloaded on. Pause. And Petaway into the end zone. What a play. I mean, almost panicked. Almost just took the check down. Saw that deep look. We got a guy waving his hands up as if he's open when he's not. And it's just beautiful. What a turn of events after that throw. Finally getting a touchdown on the season passing. Well, I guess to the right team, I should say. Oh, my Lord. That running back should be so lucky to be alive still. That was a hit and a half. But obviously, yeah, not a great start that first game, but a little bit better this one, which, again, it should. As we're going to absolutely collapse on this run. A loss of 5. Their offense, their defense not bad. Offenses look pretty rough. Their offenses look really rough. We're going to run the blitzes. Again, they love to run heavy. And they're going to get blitzed up the middle. Nobody on that, and that will be a loss of 8. That will be also a punt. Don't get me wrong. This team is complete, utter crap, but so are we. We're just a little bit better, you know? We've got a lid on our dumpster. They are out in the elements. Speaking of out in the elements, here we are with that rain still pouring down. Time to try and get Montgomery involved a little bit more. I mean, these formations, they just throw me the hell off. 3 down, but ready to, like, you know, just, what a freaking rush by that edge rusher, but ready to just pounce at any time. Half tempted to just take this seam all the way up. I just don't know. I guess you look at it, and I think we might have had it. I think we might have had that thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like we absolutely had that. I mean, they're down, but light enough to at least create something for 4th down. Great cutback, and there it is. No need. 1st down, barely, but enough. My concern is, well, yes, this game is not over and we could lose it. I'm thinking about the future and how much of this actually works against higher-tiered schools. Like, we just got pummeled there with, like, leverage. I mean, we should have had the numbers for a gain of only 1 on the ground against just one of the worst schools in the entire country. I mean, maybe the worst itself. And, you know, the blocking's been pretty bad. Gonna try to maybe take another shot here. Smith. Open enough. Not a great throw, and it's a good catch. You got yourself a bit of weather. Do you look at this and think left hash field goal is obtainable? Yes. Do you pass up a 1 yard? Look at their negative. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Do you pass up on a 4th and 1 opportunity, though, to try and, you know, keep the drive going? I don't think so. That's my thing. I really think they're going to come with some heat. Hopefully we are ready for it. And we're going to take the little throw. What a catch to the 22-yard line. Beautiful. Fake toss. I actually want to run this. I think we might be able to outrun everyone to that left side, which we do. Montgomery looking pretty damn athletic, actually, trying to reach. Again, I'm going to end up fumbling the ball because I keep trying to truck. And I'm pretty sure we're just, like, letting that ball hang out. Which sometimes if you wear too short of shorts, It's a concern. Take that end zone. It's a perfect throw! Look at the footwork! Touchdown again, Petaway! Touchdown number 2 on the day. Assuming that left foot tapped in, we'd have to take another look at it. I mean, it was a close call, but I think he's gotten it done. On the run, what a throw in the elements, and it's kind of hard to tell when that left foot taps so quick, but I think he got it. And he does. What a catch. Beautiful. They will, of course, be taking a look at this thing because, I mean, it's a big play. It's a challenge that, I mean, in real time, I would have made. In real time, I would have made the same one, but, is God taking us up? Is it our time already? Holy crap. And, of course, like we said, it will, of course, be upheld. The groupers, they are feeling what we felt last week. A little quick throw out to, I think, the fullback, who gets absolutely leveled. Meanwhile, you got, you know, the coaches on the sidelines just texting each other with their emojis. Lampley. Good, I mean, movement, I suppose. Feel like he got the running back squirrely there. They're going to go heavy. We're bringing the whole squad. Not really bringing them, but we've got them all in here. And off the edge. Good teamwork. They lose about a half a yard there. It's going to be closer to 4th and 2 than it is a 4th and 1, in my opinion. And they will once again be denied. On the return goes Petaway, who has a blocker behind him. Try to set that up to get him in front. Maybe not a smart decision. We need one of these tune-ups, if you will. Got tuned up last week, I'll tell you that much. Good juke move. Montgomery gains a good 5. Bubble read. Petaway, who's had a pretty damn good game today. Our main receiver. And he will get out there for a pretty big gainer again. To the 48-yard line. I like this guy. I indeed like him quite a bit. The whole team so far pretty much on fire. That's a crazy one. He just chose not to run the route. It's okay. It's kind of my fault for still forcing it to him. Fixated on him running the wrong route that I just threw it to him. It's part of the process, if you will. And we get absolutely hammered on the dive. All right, a couple of curl routes which have their potential. And we're not going to have the time to throw. We're going to throw it away. I would have loved to take that deep in. Just did not have time. Definitely did not do ourselves any favors stepping back. That is a generational DNA fault of ours. And it spans multiple generations, multiple leagues, multiple everything. But it's okay because we made the right call and throwing it away. We didn't throw, we didn't force a pick like we did in game 1 as, wow, what a cutback attempt. Just nowhere really to go with it. 3rd and 3. Big opportunity for both sides here. As they're going to run this thing with the QB. And, man, their coaching staff. I get it. You're not working with the best of talent, but you are not doing them any favors either. Does that usually work for them? As we're just going to let it bounce. Just not expecting that ball to be as short as it is. This run could go for some yards. What a pickup. Fortunately, not much to run with. Also got to get better with, substituting backups in, especially since our backup running back is specifically pretty damn good player. It's, is it Jenkins? I think it's Jenkins. It's a tough one. Tight end is getting outran hard there. I don't know Jenkins' actual physical speed, but I feel like he is a very shifty guy. There's no one out there, and we get good enough blocks. There goes Jenkins to the 48-yard line. A massive conversion there on 3rd and 10. I believe it was 3rd and 10. 3rd and long-ish. And I did not even see that linebacker. That might have been a pick. With the play-action play, tight end is wide open. Quick throw, trying to stiff arm, gets the first down. Like, hear me out. We're not the best, right? We've made some bad reads, but we're not that bad. Good throw. Smith, big play. Let's call one of our timeouts. One of our 2 remaining, I should say. Double post. It felt like there was something there. We'll see if it actually would. No, I don't want the post. I want the streak. Fade, whatever. Same difference. It's really not. Probably had the tight end there. Take off. Get some yards. kind of shifted everything slightly to the wrong side that everyone was. I feel like our routes aren't deep enough, but we do have a timeout, so we don't even really need the timeout to be used, but we have options. Oh, wide open. Wide open. Smith to the 5. Let's hurry up to the line. See what we can turn this into. I mean, this game is pretty much done for them. Just got to be careful and not throw a pick or something like that. Might be looking at this underneath. Wide open and caught. Wow, good couple of plays there in a row for Smith. Your name's Smith on this team. You are going to be a contributor. 21 in theory to 0. Of course, up by so much, we're going to be trying to, rotate the running backs and get as many rushing yards and clock used as possible. You need about 4. RPO with Smithy, my boy. They're on it. On the run, too, but less yards lost, I think. Smith, they're going to give us a one-on-one. Can I actually run like a go? Post. I don't actually see go, but I see a fade. Tight end's open and not, but he is so damn slow. It's unbelievable. 4th and inches from the 41, down 21. And they'd take it. Did fail twice in a row. 2nd and inches. Great late hit there, buddy. To convert. So I sort of get it, but at this point of the game, you have no choice, right? You're just down too much not to. But hey, for their sake, they got lucky. And even though it's 3rd and 15, they're literally telling us and recommending, hey, just blitz the literal hell out of this guy. He cannot handle it. I'll agree. Yeah, that's not a bad run call, actually, but still only gains 2. And this is another act that is pretty pathetic, but I suppose don't come out with a shutout. Do I really believe that they're going to get this kick, though? Yeah, not so much. So, of course, a very interesting contrast. First game, not preferable. Second game, something I could get used to. Little outside zone, trying to pick it up, and they're getting crazy pressure. The penetration they got there is ridiculous. They actually got us behind 2 yards before the play even became a thing. What a route. It's a great throw. And there goes Smith down the sideline, who once again is just one of the slowest players to ever exist. But what a play it was. 70 on the day is a touchdown to go with it. Maybe adds a couple more on this play, which he will. And there goes the outside. Again, not the fastest man, but turns it into a good gain. Pitch to the right, huh? That's what we're calling this. And just, again, nowhere to go. Little halfback angle route. Obviously the primary. O'Brien he's an option. They're going to leave him. Really good pickup by the safety. Did not see that outside with Smith. He got wide. Good fake outs across the board, though. Did not read that at all. Could probably kick a field goal, but meh. Put it away. Don't love it. We did actually have that little shot to the flat. I just didn't expect it to exist, so just didn't really look for it. Field goal to make it 24 will be done. 3rd and 13. It's not a particularly close game. We'll take the running back. We sort of left him because we weren't too worried. 4th and 7. And they're not even going to try. They're going to go kicking the ball again. 3rd and 3, trying to keep the team out there. Looking to run the ball. And I got to say, nice freaking effort by Montgomery. But besides, I got to say, run blocking has not been our forte. Really should be sitting Montgomery. His wear and tear is definitely caught up with him. Oh, what a power move, though. Like, he's getting stronger as the game is ending, though. Does it show the wear and tear? Why doesn't it show the wear and tear on every single play? It really should, no? I want to know what we're cooking with. Wear and tear on his back. I guess that shows it. Offensive line, everyone's looking fine. It's just the running backs that really get absolutely hammered. Good little throw out there. Petaway, a lot of room! And I feel evil for that one as we just absolutely stat padded it to close out the game. What a play. Petaway with, is that touchdown number 3? Over 100 on the day. What a performance. Where did this come from? just playing against a bad team, I guess, but didn't see glimpses of it in the first game, and I mean, he's still looking better than the other guys on this very team, this game even. In that 4th and 2, we're evil. We're absolutely evil. We're coming with the blitz. We're going to try to deny him. We want this shutout. This is a motivational boost. And they're going to run the ball one-on-one. Nice stiff arm attempt, but unfortunately we had a follow-up defender, and that will be a turnover on downs again. 4th and 3, can we convert? That's the question. Not a great throw, but it's a good enough one. Smith first down. You give us one of these schools every week, and we'll be cooking. 4th and 7, another attempt to try and stay on the field. Try and close this game out. Oh, my Lord, that bump again. Great recovery, though. And there goes Smith. Trying to pick up a block, does, but also gets slowed down in the process, down to the 9-yard line. That bump, that same very bump, cost us a potential score. Look at the play with Jenkins. A potential score and gave them a pick 6. The bumping on this team is crazy. If that was a drill we could work on, I would absolutely do it. Jenkins will punch in it again, and we will be up 38-0. I wonder if there's any correlation between this score and the fact that all of the prospects that we were going to do visits with didn't have any care in the world for this game. They did not care if we won. It wasn't even a 1+. Of course, speaking of 1+, Hauser, very good game. Very plus-oriented game. Easily better than the first game, but again, you're not going to face a team like this all the time, so concerning still about week 1. Those faces, absolute nightmare fuel. I am devastated. Coaching's going to be so bad next game. Let's take a look at the numbers, though. Hauser, let's take a look at this. So 50%. Hauser, 61%, 4 touchdowns. Rushing, yeah, not great. 19 for 64, 3.3 yards per carry. Definitely need to rotate a little bit more as well. Their side, 7 for -5, 4 for -13, 3 for -11. The only guy that didn't do negative is the guy that went 0 yards. They're receiving pretty modest. Our receiving, Smith was great. Petaway was amazing. And then looking at the defensive side of things, much sacks? Not really, right? 1 for Duncanson, 0 interceptions. Sacks for them, none. 0 interceptions. We have also leveled up our coach. We have 12 points to use, which we will use on some sort of recruiting, I would imagine. But let's move on to the next week where we could get a little bit more recruiting in instead of just ending it there. 2 games for this episode I think is fine. Oh, did we lose all these guys? The hell? What are the deal breakers? Have and need. I mean, we look pretty good, though. I'm a little surprised we have these deal breakers. Also, another winnable game for sure, but let's take a look at the recruiting. See where we're at. So, who denied us? Was it actually anyone, or did I? Oh, yeah, we did. We lost a few. So, Gonzalez, we actually didn't really put much on anyways. We just gave him a scholarship and called it a day. And then Kennedy, I think, I don't remember actually. This recruit is a lot to decide. Doesn't say why, though. Boys. So what they add some more guys to the list. Not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, it could have been better. Could have been better. Quarterback's still looking like he's ours for the moment. Visit. Did we schedule a visit? What are they saying? No, just saying that's when they... Okay, I see. Do we have a hard sell option yet? We have 2 of his things. They're not good. Does it even show what it is, like, percentage-wise? I mean, it's going to be pretty easy to tell which one's which, right? Because, 2 check marks. I mean, so it looks like championship contender, which is like, what's even the point at that point? I guess you send the house because you might need this quarterback. Maybe. I suppose running back. I'm not even really committed to that guy. Wide receiver, Wicks. Urback. Cooter. That's funny. Whip out your Cooter. Left tackle. I mean, we're going to try to go for this left tackle. We're going to have to put something on. We just don't have many hours left at all. Is there anyone that we're like, hey, we're probably not going to get them. Let's pull the hours. Just sucks being a tiny school. There's just not much you can do to try and confirm these guys. And just a couple of guys that we're looking on the out on. And of course, we do have to fill up some of these other positions. Guard again, and then of course, outside linebacker, which, yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. 1 star. Do I throw a 1 star in there just to like, hey, at least we confirm somebody? Might be worth it. 2 star. I mean, just anyone that might potentially take or verbally agree just simply based on us giving him a scholarship. Like, we're like, don't even have to do anything here. He's a 1 star, sure, but don't even have to do anything there. But that's going to be it for the recruiting. That's going to be it for the first episode. We got everything, the starting, kind of depth chart out of the way. You got 2 games in. One of them, both of them not so exciting. We got destroyed by a team and we destroyed a team. But at least we showed that, okay, yeah, we're bad, but there's levels of bad that we haven't even fathomed yet. Just yet, at least. Of course, some of these opponents could bring that out of us, but yeah, here we go. Week 3 will be in next episode. Again, not 100% sure how we're structuring this, so I will not record the next episode until, well, maybe I'll do like 1 game, because, we're going to at least play 1 game. But yeah, not 100% sure we're going to structure this. 500 likes we'll do next episode tomorrow. But yeah, things I want to hear, are there slaughter changes you'd like to see? Quarter length, is that fine? And based on quarter length, how many games you like to see? All right, I'm looking at 2 to 4 in that range. If we stay on 8-minute quarters, 3 I feel is a good spot. If we did 3, and then threw the bowl game in at the end, if we get a bowl game ever, you're 4 episodes a season. I think that's perfectly fine, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Like I said, 500 likes tomorrow, we'll do episode 2. If not 500 likes, we'll probably end up doing Road to Glory. But plenty of content, as always. It's just when will they actually be uploaded, which days. That's really the only question. Regardless, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And of course, as always, shout out to the members of the channel. Truly do appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not already a member, you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Of course, for a lot of you guys that are new to the channel for college football, I don't know how much that's going to actually play a factor. We might end up doing a members-only gauntlet video on College Football 26, but the members-only content probably just going to stick to Madden, to my knowledge. But yeah, we aim for the 15th of every month. Should hit that this month. Next month might be different, though, when Madden 26 comes out, especially since if we wait in the month, we actually would do a 26 rebuild, rather than if we do it right on the 15th. We probably would do just a 25 rebuild. Anyways, though, remember, and I appreciate y'all for watching, and of course, see ya!